This assignment is for day 2 of the week of November 30th. If you were in class, we would have read the section before at 10.3. So today I'm going to read to you 10.4. If you are listening with me, as you're listening, you might want to have your document open, because in your document you need to tell us ways the Mayans have kept their traditions, meaning they haven't changed the way they've always done things. And you're also going to have to list the way they have changed or how they have adapted to modern ways. So listen for those two things as you're reading. The traditional home and life. Home and family are the foundation of Mayan life. Most Mayan families live in simple, one-room dwellings made of wood or mud brick called adobe. But the Maya don't see a house as just an arrangement of building materials. They see it as a living thing, with a soul like a person. In fact, they believe that everything on earth is alive. Before they build a house, they hold a ceremony to ask the earth's permission. So when I read that, I'm thinking that if they are having ceremonies, that is something that they probably have done for hundreds or even thousands of years. So I would probably put that in the category of how they have kept their tradition. The old and new at home. A traditional Mayan house is simple on the inside. The floors are made of packed earth. There is little furniture. A family might own hammocks for sleeping. They also might have a small wooden table and chairs. A cook fire typically sits in the middle of the floor, with few clay pots by the side. Or there might be a small cookhouse next door. There is also a family altar for worship. So I wonder what you heard in that paragraph that might be things that are not modern, things that they have done for many years, traditional things. The traditional Maya woman home is also changing. Some houses in larger towns have electricity and running water. Some have a radio or a television. Metal and plastic cooking utensils are now common. Some homes even have gas stoves, blenders, and other appliances. So I wonder if there's anything from that paragraph you could add to your list of things that show how they have changed or have adapted to modern ways. The next section, men's and women's roles. There is still a very clear division of labor in most Mayan communities. The men work in the fields and sometimes hunt. They plant, weed, and harvest the crops. The women work at home. They care for the children and weave clothes for the family. Women also cook the meals, which consist mainly of beans and tortillas. Most women make tortillas the old way. They put the corn dough out by hand and fry it on a griddle. Some women, however, use a tortilla press made of metal. So again, in those two paragraphs, what are old ways of doing things and what are new ways? Most children go to school, though many quit at an early age to help out at home. They learn traditional skills such as farming and weaving from their parents. They also learn the old customs that they are expected to pass on to their children. Many young Maya also adapt new ways. They may listen to popular music and wear jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers instead of traditional Mayan clothing. So make sure after you listen or read this, you do go back to the document and list ways that they are keeping their traditions and list ways that they are doing new things. The caption right here, weaving a belt loom, says this woman is weaving on a traditional belt loom. So again, there's that key word, a traditional. The loom is made of 2 wooden rods linked together with threads. One end is attached to a post or a tree. The other is attached to the weaver's belt. In the past, each village had its own designs. That's pretty cool. Today, villages borrow designs from each other. So I'm assuming they must work together if they're doing that. Okay, so if you need to listen to this again, then you can stop whenever you need to.